them, all of them conscious of the big hill coming up. And you know, for us watching on the television, the thought of three of them starting that big hill together, where they've got 1.5 miles of one of the steepest hills in road running in this country. So we know they're off to their equivalent of Everest. There's 2 miles to go, and the majority of that 2 miles is up one of the most vicious hills in British distance running, one that people who live in and work in this area know well. You usually do it in your car. Today they're doing it on their feet, and today that hill will determine which one of these wins the Morrisons Great Birmingham Run. I think it's great. I love it. I feel so sorry for them, but so much is going to happen up this hill, and they have to get in their mind not being scared of the hill, not fearing it, but relishing it, relishing the challenge that they're going to put themselves through as much pain as they can to inflict even more pain on the opposition up, as I said, one of the steepest hills in British distance running. To kind of predict which one of these. Sondre's, again, put his head down. You see the head go down, you see them lean forward, and you know that means business. And he's, again, really trying, but this is where the hill starts.
This is it. This is the start. Now then, will he be able to? You see the emphasis as his head down. You're quite right, David. When he came into that hill, you can see in the background that the steep hill is beginning now, and it is steep. I mean, we've said several times. Now then, this
and leant into it. He put his head down, but he's bouncing as well, and that's a fantastic exhibition, really, of how to be on top of your running, bouncing, working really hard, and going uphill. Most people running uphill are flat-footed and really struggle to look as if they've got any bounce or energy. But Chris is really trying hard there to accelerate into the hill, not to allow the hill to beat him, and as I said, to bounce. But it's still a long, long way to go on this hill. Lambda Sam is it really is fascinating. It's and the pictures don't do justice to the gradient of the hill, and actually the athletes don't either, because they still look remarkably impressive, running that quickly, still bouncing off the road, but running up a hill. You can get an idea then of the sort of the gradient, but it is a really severe gradient. View there. Chris will be thinking, maybe I can still drop them before the top of the hill, but if not, I've got to hold something back. So I'm prepared to do the work, but I'm prepared not to do all of the work. So Chris will be thinking, as we come off the top of the hill, there's going to be an almighty sprint for the finish if the three of us are still together. And I don't want to be the guy that's exposed. I don't want to be the guy who's given everything on the hill and has nothing left for the final sprint finish.